Okay. Okay, ji, Assalamu alaikum and welcome to LUMS. My name is Basit Shafiq. I am representing Dean of Science and Engineering, Dr. Sabi Anwar. He's traveling, so he could not make it here. And I'm joined by Professor Hamad Ali Zai. He is the convener of Graduate Program Committee. So all the policy related matters, all the rules and regulations of the graduate program, uh, this these are formulated in a school level committee, which is headed by Dr. Hamad Ali. So, and then we have our graduate program coordinator, Miss Aisha Ikram, and she also you will be interacting with her more often. Before I begin, so basically, the agenda of today's session is that just give you a brief overview of LUMS and School of Science and Engineering, and then we'll have an open session where you can ask any questions, and we are here to answer your queries. And afterwards, we will proceed to departments. Uh, and there, the graduate program coordinator of each department will basically introduce you to their department, the courses that you have to take, and some other departmental level details that would be of interest to you. So that's the agenda. And we'll keep this session informal. So if you have any questions in between, you can ask your question right away. Acharya, before I begin, just wanted to know how many PhD students are here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine PhD students. And how many MS students? Three, four, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, good. So in this presentation, I'm going to cover both MS program as well as PhD program. So some introduction about LUMS. LUMS was founded in 1985, and uh, it's a big campus, 100-acre campus. Um, the buildings cover, I think, 40% of the campus, and the rest of the campus is open area where you have sports facilities, um, you have football field, hockey field, uh, trekking ground where you can jog. And then we have another area where um, our faculty in life sciences is basically using that for agriculture purposes, which are also supported by our faculty in computer science and electrical engineering for remote sensing of these crops for precision agriculture related projects. So it's a very vibrant campus, and I would like you again in the whenever you have some time this week, please go around the campus, see what facilities we have, and this is open to everyone. There is no uh, closed door policy over here. Whatever uh, facility is available, that's open for everyone. Okay. In terms of our alumni body, it's close to 17,000 students. Oh, I'm not sure, Aisha, is this the latest number? Yeah, that's the number that is available on our website. Might not be the most updated figure, but we have close to 17,000 alumni, which spread across all the world. Again, this is from 1985, and some of our alumni are at a very senior CEO level position across the globe, not just in Pakistan. And we are going to see some of these here, as well as in some other presentations that you are going to uh, attend during the course of your study here at LUMS. The current active student body, the students who are here at LUMS currently, is over 5,000 students, and 60% of these students live on campus. How many of you are from are not from Lahore and would be living in hostel here? Okay, and the remaining, I assume, are from Lahore. Okay, yeah. So 60% of our student body lives on campus, and overall at LUMS we have 300 plus faculty members, and who are graduates, have their PhD degree from top schools in the world. Okay, now come about SSC. So the School of Science and Engineering that was established in 2008. This building where you are sitting in, I think that was constructed in 2008, where when we started our science and engineering program, and that science and engineering program has six disciplines or department: biology, chemistry and chemical engineering, computer science, electrical engineering, mathematics, and physics. And our school has over 1,000 undergraduate students, 260 master students, and 150 PhD students. This is the total number of SSC students, including both undergraduate students, MS, and PhD students. This year, I think in there are over 300 or close to 350 students who joined our BS program in SSC. And Aisha, do you know the number for MS students and PhD students? How many MS students joined this year? 60? No, no. MS students who have joined us this year, right now. 86 students, 86 MS students, and 30 PhD students. They have joined us this year. So we have to add this number in these figures. Okay. So now what's special about SSC? Our main focus is on impactful research, which has impact not only at the global level, but at a local level, which can solve our problems, the global and local challenges that we face in our society. At the same time, we have a very strong academic program where we want our students to learn the state of the art curriculum in their area. Okay. And um, we give very a high importance or high priority to a service component. Whatever we do, whatever we learn, that should not be in thin air. It has to have an impact to solving our societal problem. Okay, we don't want to do any research which looks good on paper and doesn't have an impact. Whatever we do, it should contribute to our society. So this is the underpinning of our graduate program. Now, whether you are a PhD student or MS student, we want to instill these qualities in you through uh, the program. Now, some of the example of this impactful research, again, this is not complete. This is listed over here. For example, recently, Dr. Hassan Abbas Khan and Professor Noman Zafar, uh, they won a Horizon um, which is European Union program, a research grant on renewable energies, developing renewable energy solution. And this is not at a local level, this is at a global level where they are going to develop a model village on renewable energy in Pakistan, as well as their collaborating institutes in Africa. Um, they will replicate that model in one of the African countries. So this is both a local impact and a global impact. Similarly, Dr. Momin Uppal, last year he won a grant of $210 million, Pakistani rupees, not dollars, um, under the HEC Grand Challenges Fund. Now, Dr. Momin Uppal is leading a team of 4 or 5 universities, uh, which focuses on developing data-driven technologies to solve our environmental problems, which could be related to traffic, which could be related to pollution, which could be related to wastewater management, and so on. And this is a multidisciplinary project where you have electrical engineers, computer scientists, people from economics, business school, and so on. Another project uh, is by Dr. Safiullah Chaudhary. He recently won a grant focusing on understanding the cancer evolution, cancer growth in a body. So he has developed a multi-agent model um, that, given the different parameters, it runs a simulation of growth and evolution of cancer in your body. So these are some of the examples. Then there are each every one of our faculty is involved in some kind of research project which has an impact. For example, Dr. Hamad Ali Zai, who's sitting right here, his project focuses on um, how you can have battery-less IoT devices that can be used for developing efficient solutions for water management in building. Okay, and we have a very nice prototype where he has developed an IoT device which learn the water consumption patterns of consumers and accordingly control the devices for water heating or cooling. So that's an interesting project, and I think he is also developing a product out of this, and that's part of the funding that we receive from Higher Education Commission on uh, developing a distributed cloud computing lab under the National Center for Big Data and Cloud Computing, which we are also going to discuss in this slide. So these were some of the projects. Now, we have 5 major centers in SSC or in this building. The first one, National Center for Big Data and Cloud Computing. Again, this is funded by HEC. And this center is led by faculty from LUMS. Dr. Naveed Arshad, he is the director of this center. And under this center, we have 12 labs across Pakistan, including NUST, FAST, NED University, UET Lahore, UET Peshawar, University of Agriculture, Faisalabad, uh, Shaheed Zulfikar Ali Bhutto Institute, ZEBIST, Naval Engineering College. So we have different labs across all over Pakistan who are basically working with us in developing technologies related to big data and cloud computing. And these labs, the goal of these labs is to address local problems of scale in different areas, including energy, healthcare, agriculture, and e-government. Another center that we have in this building is Center for Water Informatics and Technology, which is to create awareness and address problems that are at the nexus of water, food, and energy. Okay. Now we have seen recently we have this flood problem. So what caused this flood problem? Uh, and how these floods have affected food security. Okay, how can we prevent these floods from happening? What is the natural ecosystem? Specifically, their work is focuses more on Indus water basin, studying the climate change effects of the changes that are occurring in this region related to um, this water ecosystem in this region. And this center is led by Dr. Abu Bakr. Um, Recently, he was at Kardu in Baltistan. So he was offering a course. So we had a joint program with University of Gilgit-Baltistan, where our faculty goes there in the summer and address or teach their students the courses as well as do some research in this area. And Dr. Abu Bakr research was to study the glaciers, the water ecosystem in this region. Another important center that we have is LUMS Energy Institute, which again is headed by Dr. Naveed Arshad and Dr. Fayaz Chaudhary, and it supports interdisciplinary activities related to energy planning, renewable energy technology, and grid modernization. If you go downstairs at the ground floor, and if you, what's the name of our wing? Fatma Al Firini wing? You will see two rakshas over there. दो रक्षा आपको नजर आएंगे एक ब्लू कलर का एक व्हाइट कलर का. The special thing about these two raksha is these are electric vehicles. They run on battery. Okay. Um, and these are no ordinary batteries. Again, to some extent, these are ordinary batteries. Lekin these are hot swappable batteries. The idea here is कि ये instead of using gas or petrol, we want to run our rakshas on these batteries, which are chargeable. And these are hot swappable batteries, meaning कि आप इनको कभी भी निकाल सकते हैं. You are low on battery. ये बैटरी निकाली, जैसे फिलिंग स्टेशन होता है इसी तरह से you will have battery swap stations जहां वो बैटरी आप रख देंगे और दूसरी बैटरी उसमें डाल देंगे. And that would take hardly 2 minutes. Okay. और आपको ये रक्षा दिन में DHA के अंदर ट्रेवल कर रहा होता है. इट्स रनिंग फॉर टेस्टिंग. इट्स ऑल इंस्ट्रूमेंटेड. यू वुड नो कि इस वक्त कितनी बैटरी कंजम्पशन हो रही है, रोड के हालात क्या है, टेम्परेचर क्या है, रखे की एफिशिएंसी कितनी है. So this is all being monitored at a center place. So imagine where you have this network of three-wheelers, rakshas, or transportation, um, which are essentially friendly to the environment. ठीक है, उसमें कोई pollution नहीं हो रहा. Which are economical. Gas prices हमारी कितनी ज्यादा जा रही हैं. Uh, a comparison, if you want to do a comparison based on the fuel prices and the electricity prices, even though we have skyrocketed electricity prices, still running that raksha, the mileage is 1/5 or 1/6 of the total cost if you are running a raksha on gas or petrol. 1/5 or वन सिक्स उसकी प्राइस है. ठीक है. So this is what we are doing in one of the projects which is being done under this area. Then we have Center for Advanced Studies in Mathematics, which is one of the leading centers for research in mathematics. So every semester we have different researchers uh, all over the globe. They come here at Lab and conduct a workshop for our students as well as for our researchers and other faculty members in Pakistan discussing these problems in mathematics. Um, Finally, we have Technology for People initiative. This is a center which was established, which was initially sponsored by Google in 2012. And the idea here is to study the problem of governance in public sector and to develop solutions and to develop technology-driven solutions to address these problems. Uh, for example, um, is domain say the problems that we have addressed is एक तो digital restoration of historical sites. So we have 3D profile of all the different historical sites across Pakistan, not uh, only in Lahore or in a specific area. Starting from Punjab Pass all the way to shrines in Karachi. In सबके 3D profiles have been captured and modeled, and that can be rendered. So that's basically digital archival project, and that project won the first prize in what was the name of that competition that we have, which was competed. Murtaza को जो award मिला था अभी in Japan, THA award. It was Times Higher Education Award. That had 100 universities participating, and this project, which is led by our faculty in computer science, Dr. Murtaza Taj, and Dr. Nazra Shahbaz in humanities school, that won the first prize in that category of restoring our culture. इसके अलावा there are some other local problems for which solutions have been designed, including attendance in schools. इसी तरह से crime mapping, designing case management solutions for judiciary. उनका आपको पता है कि paper based system होता था. So this center has worked to develop uh, digital case-based solution which records the proceedings of all the cases in our judicial system. And that, I think there was a pilot that was deployed in the session court in Gujranwala as well as some session courts in Lahore. So Dr. Justice Mansoor Ali Khan, who's now in the Supreme Court, he was at Lahore High Court. So he was involved in that project. Okay, so that's some brief description of the kind of research that we are doing. Now, this research also has an intellectual impact in terms of knowledge creation, which is reflected in these top quality publications, which our students, again, the projects that I was discussing is not just I mean, faculty might be supervising, but our students, they actively work on these projects. Similarly, the knowledge they produce, that gets published in top venues, conferences, as well as in journals. Some of them are listed here. These are the topmost venues, and this is just a sample of the venues where our students publish. If you look at the complete list, this is huge. Okay, now coming back to our program, we offer MS and PhD program in 6 disciplines: biology, chemistry, computer science, electrical engineering, mathematics, and physics. Um, the total number of graduates, uh, this data is from 2013. Okay, so this is not a complete list of data. Why 2013? Uh, 2013 because our MS program in SSC started in 2013. However, the computer science program is much older than School of Science and Engineering. The computer science MS program started in 1994 when there was no School of Science and Engineering. The computer science department was affiliated with Faculty of Arts and Sciences back then. The school started in 2008, the School of Science and Engineering, but it started with the undergraduate program. So 2013 is the year when we had our, I mean, the remaining 5 disciplines: biology, physics, chemistry, mathematics, and electrical engineering. They started their MS program. Now, since then, um, M biology has produced 102 MS students, MS graduates, not students. Physics 52, chemistry 116, mathematics 34, electrical engineering 288, computer science 485. Because it dates back to 1994. I don't think so. This is correct. It's not 485. It's way more than this. Gee, I think the number is over 1200, if I'm not wrong. Okay. But as I said, I wasn't there at that time. I joined in 2011. So कुछ data हमारे पास भी नहीं. So you have to excuse us for this error in data. For other disciplines, the data is accurate, but for computer science, this data is not accurate. Yes. Oh yeah. That's right. That's right. Sorry. Yeah, this is since 2013. Uh, if you consider from 1994, it's way more than 485. I think it's 3 or 4 times than this number. हाँ, अच्छा. तो if you consider this, ये programs जो हमारे हैं, it's a relatively new program. 2013, how many years? 9 years? ठीक है. 9 year is not that big duration to establish a program. तो जब initially students आते हैं, पहले साल आते हैं, again आपके पास इतने ज्यादा numbers नहीं आएंगे. Because people, you have to establish a credibility in the program. उस वजह से initially आपके पास नंबर कम आ रहे होते हैं. कंप्यूटर साइंस का अगर आप देखें, वी हैड अ क्रेडिबिलिटी अर्लियर बिकॉज वी वर रनिंग दिस प्रोग्राम सिंस 1994. तो उसकी वजह से if you compare with any with electrical engineering, you our we had twice, almost twice as the number of students in electrical engineering. Similarly, chemistry से we are 4 or 5 times. लेकिन बाकी जो दूसरे प्रोग्राम हैं, they were in their infancy. और कुछ तो हमारी फैकल्टी भी नहीं थी. They were also learning कि किस तरह से एक effective graduate program करना है. But now we are at a level, we are running in a steady state. And now we have a uh, continuous, again, if you look at these numbers, you would see these are somewhat balanced. अच्छा, इसमें अब ये नंबर जो है, um, this year we have 96 students or 86 students, and if you look at the distribution, it's not that skewed distribution. Okay. Uh, uh, as far as the number of PhD students are concerned, again, computer science, we graduated 23 students since 2013. This is not reflecting our PhD program before 2013. उसमें भी हमारे पास कितने नंबर है? A total number of PhD students we have graduated in computer science. Uh, Sorry, we both are new, relatively new. Dr. Ahmad Ali ji joined in 2015, and I joined in 2011. But our program, I think we have our first PhD graduate in 2006. Okay. This year, 2000 academic year 2021-22, we graduated 26 PhD students from SSC. This is the largest number of PhD graduates. I remember when we started this program, we uh, one, two, three students were graduating every year. And to some extent, that answers your question because now we are at a steady state. People have confidence in us. They join our program, and uh, at the same time, they complete their program. So 26 PhD students graduated in 2021. Our average intake in that time was 25 to 30 students. So if you look at this number, this is a steady state number. The number of students coming in, the number of students who are graduating. जी, yeah. What's your major? नहीं, major क्या आपका सीधा? Chemistry है. Chemistry is a very vibrant program. हमारे मेरे ख्याल है अगर if you look at the number of PhD students in chemistry, I think the number of PhD students graduating from chemistry department is the highest. Um, the success ratio again, I think it's 100% in all the programs. But recently, the number of students which who are graduating from chemistry is higher than the other department. Okay, now some brief overview of our MS program, and then I'll also give you a brief overview of our PhD program. In our MS program, um, you can take, you have the option of doing MS by thesis or MS by coursework. And if you are doing our MS in as a full-time student, we expect that you complete the program, the graduation requirements in 2 years. In these 2 years, you have to take 30 credit hours. And if you are doing MS by coursework, this each course is about I think each course is 3 credit hours. So you have to take 10 courses to complete your PhD requirements. And some courses are core courses, some are elective courses. In your graduate handbook, as well as in the presentation that you will have in the department, they will tell you exactly what are the core courses in your respective major, what are the elective courses. Core courses, you have to do those courses in order to graduate. So if you are doing MS by coursework, you have to take 10 courses. If you are doing MS by thesis, you have to take 24 credit hours of coursework and 6 credit hours of research. 24 credit hours of coursework mean 8 courses. And 6 credit hours of research meaning 2 3 credit hours directed research work. So again, हमने अपने research जो directed research work है that you do under the supervision of some faculty advisor, उसको हमने एक कोर्स में उसका नाम दिया है, उसको डायरेक्टेड कोर्स वर्क कहते हैं या एमएस थीसिस कहते हैं. एमएस थीसिस 1, एमएस थीसिस 2, and these two cannot be taken in the same semester. First you have to take MS thesis 1, where you basically learn about the problem that you are going to address, and you have to defend that problem. Tech proposal defense hota hai. Once you have defended your problem, then you have to register in MS thesis 2 in the subsequent semester, and then work on that problem to develop a solution and defend your problem in front of a committee. ठीक है, उसको एमएस थीसिस कहते हैं, और उसका फिर द deliverable of this MS thesis is your MS thesis presentation plus your thesis defense. And you have an MS thesis document that you have to submit. Okay. For PhD, yes, yes. Yeah, the student doesn't have to. Again, it depends. You may have course projects जिसमें आप research कर रहे होते हैं. फिर एक और option होता है MS project का, जिसमें it's a 3 credit hour project which is supervised by a faculty, जिसमें you can do some research. But that's a 3 credit hour course. That's not a 6 credit hour thesis. It is still a directed coursework, but it's not MS thesis. It depends. I mean, you have the option of doing, yeah, Amata. जी, नहीं नहीं, तो यूनिवर्सिटी का तो हम कुछ नहीं कह सकते. इट इज एट लम्स. तो हमारे पास कुछ प्रोजेक्ट्स होते हैं, फंडिंग जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था कि ग्रांट्स वगैरह आ रही होती हैं. सो यू वर्क विद द फैकल्टी, और उसके अंदर देयर इज अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर रिसर्च असिस्टेंटशिप वेयर यू वर्क ऑन अ रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट. उसमें आपको स्टाइपेंड दिया जाता है. इसके अलावा जितने हमारे कोर्सेज होते हैं, हमारा मॉडल है कि फैकल्टी लीड्स द कोर्स और फैकल्टी इज असिस्टेड बाय टीचिंग असिस्टेंट्स, और वो जो असिस्टेंट्स होते हैं वो हमारे स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं. इट्स अवेलेबल फॉर ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स. ठीक है, बट कोर्स वर्क के साथ भी हैं जी. जी जी. हाँ हाँ. जी जी. अच्छा, जो हमारा ये मॉडल है ना, इट्स अ पार्टनरशिप मॉडल. इट्स यू पार्टनर विद द फैकल्टी इन टीचिंग courses. ठीक है, so essentially you are playing the role of faculty as well. And there's a lot of जी आ रहे हैं please. There's a lot of trust involved in this. For example, आप ने कोर्स पहले ले लिया है एंड यू आर टीए फॉर दैट कोर्स. स्प्रिंग में वो कोर्स ऑफर हो रहा है और आप ही के फेलो स्टूडेंट्स, आपके दोस्त वो कोर्स ले रहे हैं. तो यू विल बी एक्चुअली ग्रेडिंग देम. एंड सो इसके अंदर वी ट्रस्ट यू, एंड वी थिंक कि जितने भी हमारे लम्स के स्टूडेंट्स हैं, अम, एक जो उनके अंदर क्वालिटी होनी चाहिए वो है कि दे शुड बी ट्रस्टवर्दी। ठीक है, उनको हम कोई भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी दे दें, वो ऑनेस्टली और विद कमिटमेंट उस रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी को पूरी करेंगे। तो आप अब देखेंगे जब आप फैकल्टी के साथ भी इंटरेक्ट कर रहे होंगे, आप उसी फैकल्टी के साथ एक कोर्स ले रहे होंगे और उसी फैकल्टी के साथ आप एक कोर्स का एग्जाम डिजाइन कर रहे होंगे, किसी और कोर्स का एग्जाम डिजाइन कर रहे होंगे और ग्रेडिंग कर रहे होंगे। और ये आई मीन दिस इज वेरी कॉमन। कॉमन से मुराद है कि हम हर हर सेमेस्टर हर कोर्स जब भी पढ़ा रहे होते हैं वो इसी तरह से हो रहा होता है। So this is about teachingship. Similarly, research assistantship may be you will be working with the faculty, taking responsibilities in the project and fulfilling your responsibilities. जी जी जी। Okay, okay, yeah, yes. Okay, so similarly, PhD program overview. You have to do your coursework. Usually, you should complete your coursework in 1.5 year or 3 semesters. Coursework में देयर इज अ स्लाइट चेंज इन एचईसी पॉलिसी। मैं ये जो है थोड़ा सा पुरानी पॉलिसीज के लिहाज से है। सो यू हैव टू टेक 6 कोर्सेज इन योर एरिया। एचईसी की कुछ नई पॉलिसीज आ रही हैं, शायद उन्होंने 6 को 8 कोर्सेज कर दिया। आई एम नॉट श्योर कि हम अभी किसको फॉलो कर रहे हैं। तो यू हैव टू टेक 6 कोर्सेज, और इसके बाद आपने एक क्वालिफाइंग एग्जाम होता है, पीएचडी क्वालिफाइंग एग्जाम, जो आपके कोर्सेज से रिलेटेड एग्जाम होता है। और वो आप को पहले 3 सेमेस्टर के अंदर पास करना होता है। अच्छा, उसमें हमारे यहाँ तो हर डिसिप्लिन हर हर डिपार्टमेंट की कुछ डिफरेंट डेडलाइन है। मसलन कंप्यूटर साइंस में आपको पहली अटेम्प्ट क्वालिफाइंग एग्जाम की करनी होती है आफ्टर योर फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर, और फिर दूसरी अटेम्प्ट अगर आप उसमें क्लियर नहीं होते तो दूसरी अटेम्प्ट आप आफ्टर योर सेकंड सेमेस्टर करते हैं। अ, कुछ हमारे स्कूल डिपार्टमेंट्स के अंदर है कि आपने ये पहले 2 सेमेस्टर्स के बाद करना है, और दूसरी अटेम्प्ट आप 3 सेमेस्टर के बाद करेंगे। 3 सेमेस्टर के बाद तक आपको ये कंप्लीट करना होता है। इफ यू आर अनेबल टू कंप्लीट दैट यू कैन नॉट प्रोसीड योर पीएचडी स्टडीज। Okay, and that's the requirement, not only LUM's requirement, but this is also HEC's requirement. um, and then you have to do your research, और एक और जो इसमें milestone है वो है proposal defense. You have to work on some research problem, and then you have to defend your research proposal based on the research problem that you are working, or that you plan to work. Uh, वो जो रिसर्च प्रपोजल है वो आप एक कमेटी बनाएंगे, और उस कमेटी के सामने आपने उसको डिफेंड करना है। सो दैट्स द सेकंड माइलस्टोन। एंड टिपिकली क्वालिफाइंग एग्जाम के 1 से 1.5 साल बाद हम एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि आप अपना रिसर्च प्रपोजल डिफेंड कर लेंगे। और फिर फाइनली आपकी जो रिक्वायरमेंट है वो थीसिस पे काम करके थीसिस को डिफेंड करना है। लेकिन जो थीसिस का एक इम्पॉर्टेंट हिस्सा है वो ये है कि आपकी एक जर्नल पब्लिकेशन होनी चाहिए। अगर वो पब्लिकेशन नहीं होगी तो आप अपना थीसिस डिफेंड नहीं कर सकते। अच्छा, बात इट इट वेरीज। बाज डिपार्टमेंट्स की ये रिक्वायरमेंट दो पेपर्स पब्लिकेशन की है, कुछ की एक जर्नल पेपर, एक कॉन्फ्रेंस पेपर की है। बट दैट हैज टू बी ए टॉप क्वालिटी जर्नल। जो लिस्ट मैंने आपको पहले दिखाई थी, अगेन दैट वाज नॉट अ कंप्लीट लिस्ट, बट इट हैज टू बी a top tier or top quality research. It will not be just any ordinary publication or any ordinary journal. अगर वो requirement पूरी नहीं होगी, you cannot graduate. Okay. So वो publications जब आप publication कर लेते हैं, then you defend your thesis. और thesis defense के बाद again you meet all the requirements. उसमें thesis आपने जो submit करना है कमेटी के सामने defend करना है, वो ये requirements डिटेल में आपकी हैंडबुक के अंदर लिखी हैं, but these are the four major milestones for PhD. एक और जो चीज इसके अंदर है कि आप जो भी अपना रिसर्च वर्क कर रहे होते हैं, we would like you to present your research work to the community who work in that area, to the international community, not local community. तो उसमें हम अपने स्टूडेंट्स को एक ट्रैवल सपोर्ट करते हैं। सो आपका अगर कोई रिसर्च पेपर है किसी इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस में है, इट्स अ पीयर रिव्यूड कॉन्फ्रेंस, योर एडवाइजर would recommend that you would like to attend that conference and present your research work, और उसकी recommendation के ऊपर we support one international travel for presenting your research work at some international conference. इसके अलावा एक जो बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट रिक्वायरमेंट है टीचिंग की, जिसका डॉक्टर हम्माद ने अभी जिक्र किया था, हमारे पीएचडी स्टूडेंट से हम एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि दे विल बी गुड टीचर्स। ठीक है, दे वुड बी एबल टू कन्वे इंफॉर्मेशन, they would help others to learn the work they are doing, as well as to disseminate information and teach courses. उसके अंदर जो हमारी अब रिक्वायरमेंट है कि यू हैव टू बी टीचिंग फॉर at least 2 courses during your study at LUMS. So this is actually copied from the graduate handbook. All PhD students must be fully involved in teaching, co-teaching, or assisting in the teaching of at least 2 courses during your stay at LUMS. ठीक है, so ये this is part of your job. ठीक है, so उसके अंदर बेस्ड ऑन योर एडवाइजर, वो आपका एडवाइजर रेकमेंड करेगा कि आपको पहले साल एक कोर्स टीए करना है या लेटर ईयर्स में करना है। यूजुअली मैं अपने स्टूडेंट्स को इस तरह से गाइड करता हूँ कि एक मैं उनके फर्स्ट ईयर में टीच कराता हूँ, उनकी असिस्ट करता हूँ, और फिर एक टुवर्ड्स देयर फाइनल ईयर्स, और जब वो थोड़ा सा सीनियर हो जाते हैं, तो आई आस्क देम टू लीड अ कोर्स इंडिपेंडेंटली। उसमें उन क्लासेस में हम खुद भी बैठते हैं, बट दे आर एक्चुअली द इंस्ट्रक्टर एंड दे आर इम्पार्टिंग नॉलेज टू स्टूडेंट्स। ठीक है, और उसके लिए वी हैव रिसोर्सेज अवेलेबल फॉर ट्रेनिंग, स्किल्स डेवलपमेंट। जैसे डॉक्टर अमाद अली जी ने कहा, वी हैव लम्स लर्निंग इंस्टीट्यूट which supports or which regularly conducts these teacher training workshops, exercises, not only for our students or TAs, but also for faculty. आप ये देखेंगे इन वर्कशॉप्स के अंदर हम भी आपकी तरह ही स्टूडेंट होंगे, पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे होंगे, डॉक्टर अम्माद अली से ही हमें लेक्चर दे रहे होंगे। अ, ठीक, तो सॉरी, ओके, तो this is an excellent resource, and I would encourage each and everyone, whether you are a PhD student or an MS student, to attend these workshops. ठीक है, आपको काफी रिक्वेस्ट भी आएंगी हमारी तरफ से, फैकल्टी की तरफ से भी, कि टू जॉइन दीज वर्कशॉप. It really enhances your skill as a teacher, एज वेल एज ए स्टूडेंट, हाउ टू बी एन इफेक्टिव लर्नर, आप उसमें ये भी सीखेंगे. यस. नो, दीज आर नॉट पेड वर्कशॉप. नो. मैंने आपको कहा था कि लम्स के अंदर जो भी फैसिलिटी है, इट्स ओपन टू एवरीवन. जिस चीज को मैं एज अ फैकल्टी अवेल कर सकता हूं, आप एज ए स्टूडेंट भी उसको अवेल कर सकते हैं. जी. 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 इसीलिए मैं स्टूडेंट के टाइम पे जाता हूँ. ओके. पीएचडी स्टूडेंट्स के लिए एक और जो अवार्ड है, सैयद बाबर अली रिसर्च अवार्ड. दिस award was established to recognize and support the exceptional work that our PhD students are doing. इसके अंदर we encourage all our PhD students who have defended their proposals to participate. और you would see अभी इसकी presentations, आयशा, कल 10 बजे हैं, आप लोग सारे invited हैं. 9:30 आप देखेंगे the quality of work which they are doing. अम, और आपको ये भी पता चलेगा कि कितना रिगरस कंपटीशन है इस अवार्ड के लिए. और ये सिर्फ ये तो प्रेजेंटेशन आपको अभी नजर आ रही है, उससे पहले दे हैड टू सबमिट देयर प्रपोजल. वो फिर फैकल्टी ने एक राउंड में उसको पूरा इवेल्युएट किया है, और उसके बाद दे आर प्रेजेंटिंग. और फिर पूरे स्कूल की जो फैकल्टी है, उसमें से हमने कुछ रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स रखे हुए हैं. दे इवेल्युएट दी स्टूडेंट्स, and then the selected students, based on their projects, based on the work they have done, they receive this award. And this is a very prestigious award. This is a high recognition. और इसमें recognition सिर्फ ये नहीं है कि हमारी faculty की recognition है. We have an international advisory board which includes faculty from top universities in the world, including MIT, Stanford, Berkeley. यूरोप से भी टॉप की यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं. दीज स्टूडेंट रिसीव रिकग्निशन फ्रॉम आवर एडवाइजरी बोर्ड. हम उनको एक रिपोर्ट, आपकी प्रेजेंटेशन की कॉपी और अपनी रिपोर्ट भी उनको भेजते हैं. और इसके अंदर फिर दिस अवार्ड यू रिसीव ए मंथली स्टाइपेंड. स्टाइपेंड अमाउंट तो जो भी है, लेकिन जो उसकी रिकग्निशन है वो हमारे लिए बहुत ज्यादा है. इसके अलावा जो मैंने आपको एक कॉन्फ्रेंस ट्रैवल की बात की थी, यहाँ भी आपको एक अगर कोई कॉन्फ्रेंस वगैरह है जिसमें आपका काम है, तो उसकी ट्रैवल को भी हम सपोर्ट करते हैं. प्लस अगर आपकी कोई कंप्यूटेशनल रिक्वायरमेंट्स हैं, उसको भी सपोर्ट किया जाता है. सो इट्स लाइक अ ग्रांट. यू हैव वन ए वेरी प्रेस्टिजियस ग्रांट. और इसका मकसद यही है टू ट्रेन आवर स्टूडेंट्स, आवर PhD स्टूडेंट्स हु आर मोस्ट लाइकली गोइंग टू ज्वाइन फैकल्टी पोजीशन, या अगर कोई रिसर्च ऑर्गेनाइजेशन भी ज्वाइन करते हैं, तो उसमें दे हैव टू राइट ग्रांट and they have to show how to present their work. Presentation is not just writing proposal, how to give a presentation, how to convince other about the work, the idea, the project that they have developed. ठीक है, उसकी वर्थ बतानी, उसकी सिग्निफिकेंस को एक्सप्लेन करना. So this is basically training that you would have to help you to evolve from a student into a faculty or a researcher. Okay, with this, I would end this presentation. अब अगर आपके कोई questions हैं तो हम उसको आंसर करेंगे. हमारे पास 5 मिनट हैं. 5 मिनट बाद हम यहाँ से डिस्पर्स हो जाएंगे अपने रिस्पेक्टिव डिपार्टमेंट्स में.